Hey, it's Sanani. You're watching the Tbilisi-Real-Estate Investor Talk Show. I don't really know. We need to think of a name. I'm up early morning right now. Weather is rainy. Winter is coming. I'm so excited to start snowboarding again in a couple months. Anyways, the other day, I was with a foreign real estate investor. He's a client of mine who has become a good friend of mine. And he asked me, Sanan, what should real estate investors be focusing on right now in Tbilisi? And I felt like what I told him might make use to all of you watching this video as well, which brings me here today with you. And I thought for a second, well, hell, they should be focusing on the way I've been investing, I guess. And shit, I'm about to create a lot of competition for myself, but hey, a lot more friends, partners, subscribers, stories, and like buttons, so that I'll even everything out. Besides, my competition would probably be in need of my service in at least one part of the process, if not all, since we have services for the entire system. We do acquisition, renovation, management, financing. At least one part of my support circle or service circle that I've set up will be needed, and they'd probably see us more profitable doing business with me than against me. Another reason why I'm publicly sharing my strategy is that I know with complete certainty that anyway about only 5% of the people watching this video will actually take action, and those are likely the 5% that are action takers, ambitious and like-minded, and those are the ones I like to work with, and I love finding those 5%, and I love it when those 5% find me. You know, a group of us as expats with the same purpose makes us stronger. So maybe I am inviting competition and blowing the horn that Tbilisi is really an amazing place to grow sustainable wealth and is a blue ocean, but I'm simultaneously also living my mission by building this socially responsible community that uses real estate as a vehicle for designing extraordinary lifestyles, all right? Living the dreams in the present and affecting positive change in the world. You know, most of you know my vision, which is something bigger than myself, bigger than money, more than anything, and it is to radically improve people's lives through real estate, since that's the way my life was improved. And I believe that owning rental properties is the best vehicle, not only for securing your financial future, but for recapturing your time, creating the freedom of mobility so you can live anywhere, travel at will, and design your own lifestyle. That's what I feel like I've been called out to do, to spread knowledge and push people to take action. So the strategy I think you should be focusing on in Tbilisi is not off-plan properties. I don't think you should buy thin air in Georgia and expect them to finish on time. Not one of the 10,000 studios being built or is built on Batumi, as that place's seasonal and vacation homes were never a good idea anywhere in the world. I won't go into detail, and I'll go over that in my other videos. Not a home for yourself. Why would you spend $50,000 to $200,000 when you can easily find the best place to rent for yourself and change from the best to best anytime you want, as you want, and instead use that money to purchase an investment property, guys? Not a fix and flip. Nope, I don't think you should spend time finding a good deal only to fix it up and give it away while paying 20% capital gains tax. Not that either. Not as the main strategy, at least. It can be a side thing, all right? The only thing I think you should be focusing on right now is to find properties you can add value to. Awesome real estate property, an awesome location, and repurpose it. It can be taken an office and creating creative space or co-working space. It could be taking a family cottage and splitting it into a duplex or fourplex apartment, living in one, renting out the other units, and it easily pays off your mortgage with profit and you live for free. That's up for you to analyze, right? It could be turning a non-agricultural land into a storage facility, a warehouse. You don't even need to build it. There's pre-built ones that build up quite nicely, like Lego pieces. Look, the possibilities are endless, guys. You could buy a commercial property on the ground floor, turn the first 10 meter into an exchange office, rent it out, and the remaining square meters into an apartment. It can be a problematic property somewhere, either technical problems or cosmetic problems, and turning it into one of the most beautiful, modern, stylish apartments in Tbilisi and renting it to expats top of the dollar. The possibilities are endless, but perhaps the most important part of this equation is that you must be able to add value to it. All right, it has to become better off than the condition it was in when you found it. And the reason why is because you want to take an active role and force appreciation on the property so that the bank will come by again and say, it's worth a lot more than it was when you found it. And this surplus, this gained equity in the property is something you can actually pull out in the form of tax-free cash. as it wasn't a sale, so no capital gains tax, it wasn't income, no income tax. So it's like selling, except you didn't pay tax and you still kept your property. And with this cash you got through refinancing, you can put it down for your next deal. And the game continues, guys. I sound like a broken record of how many times I've said this before in my life. Possibly over 1,000 times, but the game continues. This is the game the banks want you to play. This is the game the government wants you to play. This is the game the rich play. In most parts of the world, in the first world countries, it's hard to get an IOU from the bank. You need to have a job and income from that job for a certain period of time, or you might need residency card or citizenship, or live there X amount of years, or some property to put as collateral. But in Tbilisi, there is a way you can bypass all of that and start investing in a ready to move in and live in, or ready to move in and work in property without needing a residency card, without needing Georgian income, any of those. And before you contact me and say, Sanan, I've watched all your videos, I'd like to come visit Georgia, can you send me some properties or run me through some numbers? The answer is no. I've come to realize that hardly that gets anyone to take action. I instead invite you to visit Tbilisi, enjoy a city tour, a property tour, a historical tour, and meet me on the weekend where we can discuss real estate in person. After you have had a taste of what it's like for us living here or doing business here, there's no point in going through the numbers when you haven't visited Tbilisi yet, all right? It's a waste of time, and I can say that with experience. The best way for us to work together is when you have already decided that you're coming here to visit, to give it a chance. That's when you can reach out to me and we can work on actionable steps. I have quite a busy day. I have all these keys, real estate investor problems, and I need to organize them. So many keys. Okay, let me just open this part and show you how many keys I've started to collect. We're handing these to the property manager. It's time I get one. Whoops, some of them fell. This is how many I've organized, and all of that is about to be filled. I'm about to literally go to all the properties and check which one's for which, and then write them down since they got messed up when I moved houses. This is the new apartment that I've renovated lately, finished a couple months ago. And I rented the one I was living in. You see the Monopoly boards are at the back up there. One of them at least. So hey, we're at the end of the video. This is what I wanted to come on and say. If you enjoyed this video, hit a likes button. Subscribe if you're new to this channel. We talk about real estate investing in Tbilisi, and sometimes we just talk about the broad subject of Tbilisi or broad subject of investing real estate anywhere in the world. So if you find that useful, hit a thumbs up, subscribe. If you have a question, comments below, I answer within 24 hours. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your attention. Till next time.